Man, what's up? What's up? What's up, man? Back with the recap. I know y'all been waiting on it, man. We back with the recap. Man, I don't even know where to start, man. Of course, man, I am your boy Cam, man. Of course, I am back here with Big Ump. Got here with me, man. You know, we promised out he would be back for the recap, and here he is, man. What's going on, Ump?
Nephew, I got 7 words for you. I'm sorry I got to start the show off with this, man. What is going on in boxing?
Money, hunger, man. Everybody want that easy check, man. But we gonna dive into that. Best believe we gonna dive into that, man. But of course, I got to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Drink DTO. DTO Water is changing the game. It's the #1 black-owned functional beverage company in the country. DTO delivers hydration with purpose. It is clean, alkaline water. Uh, every sip packed with minerals to support the hustle, recovery, and lifestyle. If you want to level up your hydration, visit drinkdto.com. And of course, their promo code for 15% off on your first order is going to be RP Podcast 15. Once again, you want to visit drinkdto.com, promo code RP Podcast 15 to get 15% off your first order. Drink DTO, hustle, hydrate, and repeat. Now back to the question. What is going on with boxing? Man, Turkey came in the game. Turkey Al-Sheikh came in the game saying how he wanted the big fights. We were all excited for the big fights. He came in throwing major punches, no pun intended, dropping big bags. And now it seems like that's all they worried about, man. Some of these dudes getting life-changing bags they've never seen before, would never see before. I know we're gonna try to go on order Friday, Saturday, Sunday, man. But that to me, that's my thoughts, man. I think these bags have overshadowed the purpose and the reason why these dudes got in the sport in the first place.
Hey, man, this ain't boxing. I'm old school. This is not boxing. This is not boxing. Look at all the greats. Everybody lost, came back even more ferocious. These guys here, man, I don't know. Like I said, like I told you off camera, if I was Turkey Al-Sheikh, I got to have a clause in these contracts these guys are signing. If you run, if you don't fight, if you don't seem like you in the fight, that purse you thought you was getting, no, it's no more 100%. You might get 5% of that money because this is not, he's losing money like a crackhead lose weight, man.
Yeah.
This is terrible. I appreciate him and I love him for what he's doing for the boxing game. But those fights that we've been dying and clamoring for that he's putting on, these guys are showing their true colors, in my opinion. Oh, it used to be, he's on that side of the street. It's a different television network and this and that. They use that as a cover, nephew. They use that as a cover.
They built the bridge to cross the street when they dropped a couple extra zeros in that purse. So like you said, ain't no more of this side of the street, that side of the street. Oh, he with this promoter, he with that promoter, because the promoters want a piece of that bag too. So they throwing their fighters up like sacrificial lambs, trying to make sure they get their money. But man, it's ugly out here, man. And I guess since we talking about bad boxing, let's go ahead and go Friday night, man. Let's take our cab, our Batmobile, as Ryan Garcia took. Let's go to New York City and go to Times Square. As we said, and as I think both of us stated, I thought the fight of the night was gonna be Tio, which it ended up being Tio
for sure.
So I guess, man, just what was your opinion on? I'll let you get your take on that Tio Barboza fight, man. What was your thoughts on? Let's just start with Tio, man. His overall performance.
It was good. I mean, he came back and did what he was supposed to do. He was the only one on that whole card really fighting.
Yeah,
him and Barboza.
Yeah.
But the only thing I didn't like, or if I had a dislike to say, Tio could have took him out.
He could have got him out of there.
That's the only thing. He could have knocked him out. He took his foot off the gas, and I wished that he wouldn't have done that. But overall, the way he fought and everything, I have no complaints, man. None at all. I just wish he would have went ahead and took those risks and those chances and just went ahead and knocked him out. Because in my opinion, I believe he could have got him out.
Yeah, he could have got him out of there, man. But from my vantage point, it looked like he just wanted to punish him. Like he was like, I could do what I want to do. Like I feel like he wanted to treat like father son. Like I'm the daddy here. Like you the little boy. You gonna do what I tell you to do when I tell you to do it. You know, you gonna have your little flash here and there. I'm gonna let you get that off. But you about to take the self-mate that's coming, you know what I'm saying, that's coming back at you.
Yeah.
So that could be, that's just my thought. That's how it looked to me. He could have got him out of there, but we all know T.O., man, when he started high stepping and flashing, at this point now he's trying to really put on the show for the fans.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he felt something deep in his spirit, like if I don't do nothing, ain't nobody gonna do nothing, what it was, man. But they those two
entertaining.
I give shout out to Barboza, man. He got in there. He was overmatched. He was outmatched. He's overpowered. T.O. was way too athletic for him, way too slick for him. T.O. did what he wanted to do, man. Like we were saying, Barboza had no clue what was going on. Barboza got one off around the 5th round. I think he cut T.O. in the 5th or 6th or something like that. But outside of that, man, it was a whitewash, man. It was a whitewash, man. And who knew that after that fight we would get the I didn't know that the Olympic trial took place in Times Square.
Where's Usain Bolt?
I had no clue. For a minute, boy, I thought it was Justin Gatlin in the ring. Boy, I had no clue that was Devin Haney out there, man.
Boy,
let's talk about this. And
made history.
I don't know who I'm more disappointed in. I don't know if I'm more disappointed in Ramirez, because you went through a whole camp with Robert Garcia. Y'all talked all this about how you coming forward, how you getting ready to you planning to punish him, you planning to hurt him, but you didn't work on cutting off the ring.
Come on now, that was my thing. You know how to cut. You should. Excuse me.
With 30 bouts, you better know how to, from a champion, unified champion, that you better know how to cut off the ring.
And with your school of boxing, which you've been taught from Garcia, that's one of the things that you learn is to cut off the ring, to use their that style of boxing, the Mexican style, coming forward. Man, look here. I just got to keep it a bean, as I said on the last podcast. That was the worst fight I've ever seen in my whole entire life. They talked about Shakur,
man,
but I ain't never seen nothing like that.
That wasn't even a fight, man. To me, it looked like me going down to one of these local gyms in San Antonio, and they were just working on conditioning and footwork and movement, and it looked like a defensive sparring day. That's what it looked like to me. Like it was.
Sparring looked better than that.
It does, man. But I was just like, Jesus. Like the at one point I counted the number of side shuffle laps Devin Haney did in one round.
I don't even want to know the number.
Hit 8 side shuffle laps in one round.
Man,
both of them had multiple rounds with 0 punches landed.
I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life, man. I'm telling you, that was terrible. But what did we talk about prior to the fight?
You said it.
What did we talk about prior to the fight?
You said it.
And the truth has been exposed. I told you, mentally, he's gone.
Man, that boy feet,
he's gone.
That boy footwork looked like it was a speed ladder on the ground from the opening bell. I have it.
He's worse than Adrian Broner. Remember when Adrian Broner lost to Madonna? That messed him up. Yeah. Now then, Adrian Broner became shell shocked. He was scared to throw punches, but at least he would still throw punches.
He would let his hands go. He was scared to let them go. Now he would throw something.
Well, I'm saying, but he wouldn't.
Devin wouldn't throw nothing.
0, nothing. That boy's chin is worse than glass jaw in that video game back in the day. He's so scared to get knocked out, man. I don't want to see no fight.
Man, that boy, So do you remember in the Tank Frank Martin press conference when they was on stage and Tank flexed them and Frank went like this?
Yes.
Ramirez fainted at Devin.
Man.
And that boy said, I'm like, is it ghosts out there? Like, what's going on? Did Ryan get back in somebody else? Did he appear in Ramirez's body? Like, Ramirez ain't even touched you yet, bro. Like, he ain't hit you with a jab. He ain't caught you with a check hook. He ain't got you with a liver shot. He ain't thrown nothing. And the first time he fainted you, Your soul almost jumped out your body.
I could have seen. I could understand if he had hit him with something. And okay, it shook me. Nothing, nephew, nothing. This man ran the whole fight, the whole freaking fight. I'm telling you, man. We
got a new line dance out here, y'all.
What you say?
Got a new line dance. It's called the Devin Haney Shuffle.
Hey, man,
y'all no longer have to get your fans out with your boots on the ground. Do the Devin Haney Shuffle.
Yeah.
Next time y'all at an event, y'all at the club, the bar, whatever it is, do the Devin Haney. Put your hands in the air and shuffle around. Do the Devin Haney Shuffle.
Oh my God, that was terrible. I'm telling you, man. I ain't
for you still, because you technically still got the WBC strap. You technically still got it. You the former, you done beat the big bad Loma. You the former, you undisputed champ, and you go out here and look like an amateur.
I have no words, man. I don't.
But this and it brings me back to what we were saying earlier. Sugar Shane did all this. Oh, I fixed his power. How do we know?
Yeah, that wasn't on display.
How do we know if you fixed his power? He gonna get him out of there early.
He gonna turn over his shots and this and that. What was on display?
I guess he turned over all the shots in the warm-ups, but he had nothing left. He had no shots left to see us. He KO, and then somebody talking, and the commentator was talking so greasy. They said, well, in order, they Devin Haney the dream. In order to dream, you got to be asleep. But they put everybody to sleep, dog. I have never in my life witnessed nothing like that. And I didn't seen thousands on thousands of boxing matches. I mean, I you know me, dog. It might be one that's on Russia in the middle of the week, early in the morning on YouTube, but I cut it on just to see what's going on. I have never in my life seen nothing like that.
At a championship level.
You getting all that. I don't even know what his purse was. Don't want to know. Because it probably just gonna piss me off. I don't even want to know what his purse was. But
he should have got zero.
You did all that. Y'all set the record for 24 hours. Y'all set the record for 24 hours for the least number of punches thrown combined. And the middle of Times Square, they had 400,000 New York people and this fans around. They couldn't even see. They watching it on the screen. They had a gate so tall that the fans couldn't even look in the thing. It was just everybody was looking on the screens on the bill.
People probably was falling asleep out there.
It had to be. And that's what we do. They done blocked off 4 blocks, Times Square. That was just a flex. That was just a turkey flex, and I can do this.
Yeah.
He won't do it again.
I wouldn't.
He wouldn't do it again.
I know he's reevaluating everything. We ain't even got there yet, but do you even want to see him and Ryan?
Man, we going there right now.
Okay.
We going there right now. First of all, I'm gonna look dead into this camera right here, and I'm gonna say this. Ryan Garcia, you will never beat them steroid allegations again. Ever.
And I second that.
You will never beat them steroid allegations again. I don't care nothing about what your lawyer got to say. I don't care nothing about the screenshots you posted, the little paperwork you had. Ain't no way. You had already set it up. You said how you train a whole 8 weeks with Derrick James. We very familiar with Derrick James and what he do and the people they surrounded with in that camp. How you look worse than when you was a drunk, cocaine, steroid head that never trained. You said you partied every night, smoked weed. You probably hit the line. I don't know if you did or not, but with every other concoction you had, and you probably did hit a bump. You on the Osterine, I don't care if it was 0.08.
Man, I told you leading up to the fight, the boy looked it worse now than he did then. And he didn't train. Did I not say that?
You said it.
So once again, I'm gonna say it. The proof is in the pudding. What I say, if it's smoke, it's fire somewhere.
It's fire somewhere.
Well, the building's on fire.
Yeah, it's over with.
It's a wrap.
It's over with.
It's a wrap.
The fire alarm going off because that display of,
Man.
you know what? Shout out to Rolly.
Mhm.
Shout out to Rolando Rolly Romero.
For sure.
He came to fight. He proved that sparring match was not no fluke.
Yes, he did.
He proved that he might not be the most technically sound boxer, but he was sound enough to protect that jaw with that right hand the whole night, because that's all Ryan was looking for.
He had that hand up and throwing that hook.
Throwing that double hook. And Ryan got caught with the same thing that Luke Campbell put him down with, the same thing that Tank put him down with. It's a blueprint. It's a blueprint. So shout out to Rolly for sticking to the game plan. Like I was saying earlier, man, it was a reason why Rolly wasn't doing all this talking and all that crazy mess he was doing.
He knew,
because he knew what time it was.
He knew,
and that goes back to how people say, "Oh, sparring don't count." Oh, yes, it do.
Yes, it does.
Sparring definitely count, especially when somebody dropped you. We all saw the video leading up to the fight. Rolly dropped Ryan Garcia.
He knew. He said it. He told Ryan on the face-off thing. He said, "I know you better than you know yourself." And that's come from somebody that can't really articulate nothing. But he told him, "I know you better than you know yourself." And he showed it.
Yep.
He showed it.
Yep.
It was terrible. It was after Ryan got knocked down in that second round, the light switch went off.
Yep. Whole game plan went out the window. He was gun shy. He was timid. It seemed like when he started, even when he was throwing a jab, man, it wasn't even to try to connect. It was just to try to get him to back up. And Rolly still kept coming forward, and he still kept coming with the hook. And if we being honest, it wasn't the best display of boxing, but Rolly did what he had to do to win the fight.
But we know what we was gonna get from Rolly.
Yeah,
I told you, Rolly has a puncher's chance, and he used that puncher's chance to eliminate Ryan Garcia. And your prediction was almost right. You said it wasn't gonna go past 4. And it should have ended in the second, because it definitely, in my opinion, ended in the second because he cut the light switch off. He was done. He was done.
Yep. He didn't have nothing left, man. It was all in his eyes, and then, man, it's just Derrick James telling you exactly what to do, and you get out there and you don't do nothing. You know what it reminded me of? You remember Charlo Castaño won?
Mm-hmm.
Where it was a draw, where Charlo really lost,
and
because Charlo was in Houston, and he wanted to put on for the city and for the people in his hometown. He didn't want to listen to Derrick James. Derrick James telling you exactly what you need to go out there and do, but didn't want to do it. I'm not understanding how you do all these interviews and you got back with Derrick James because he's the one you needed, and he's the guy that he got the recipe. He gonna guide you in the right direction. You say all these great things about the man leading up into the fight, but then fight night you don't listen to him.
A lot of fighters do that. I don't understand. What's the point of having a trainer if you're not gonna listen? You're gonna go out there and free will it and do whatever you think you're gonna do. When they outside the ring and they seeing what you don't see because you're involved in the action, that makes no sense to me. But man, I'm telling you, nephew, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see Devin Haney. I don't want to see Ryan Garcia. Turkey, if you're listening, keep your money.
No, I'm with you. So since we both said we don't want to see Ryan or Devin, we don't want to see Haney Garcia too. I definitely don't want to see it because both of them, Ryan washed and Devin gun shy. He's scary. So I don't even know where they go from here. So my question to you is, where do both of them go from here?
I don't know. They need to show me that they still have the will to fight. So put them with a lower tier person. A quote unquote great tune up or something.
So
what I'm saying?
Does Devin go back to 40 or does he stay at 47?
I don't think it would matter. I don't think even if he went lower where he could use his extra weight, I don't think it would matter because I don't think he's here no more. And here, you can't teach this. And if this ain't functioning, it's a wrap. And I said that. I said it, man.
I think the first, and I want everybody to hit me out for y'all just write this off. I think the first sign that Devin was mentally weak is when he isolated himself at Big Bear.
Mm.
Devin never does it. Devin's always been the flash and the running the streets amongst the people so everybody can see him. But Devin has been quiet and hush mouth and leaning on that positive test since he took that behind whoop.
Mm-hmm.
And with him going over to Big Bear, for 12 weeks and really isolating yourself. And the only time we saw him was when he appeared on another podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his pops. Other than that, Bill Haney would do, stuff here and there. But
Right.
we never heard or saw from Devin.
True.
So I think that was telltale sign number one that Devin really ain't there. Devin really ain't ready for this no more. Because how do you can't leave, you can't disappear after America saw you get killed. And then you had the nerve to go out and have the little dinner talking about I'm still champ and all that. And your people want to throw you this after the party dinner. You sitting there looking crazy because Ryan missed weight. That's the only reason you still got the belt.
Right.
That's the only reason you still got the belt. Then all of a sudden, Ryan, tests hot. And then he, Devin does a couple of little things. And then you don't hear or see from him again for another 9-10 months until it's time to get ready for this fight. And on Cigar Talk with Najee, that's the first time we ever saw for real. If I miss another podcast,
Right.
it's 1,000 y'all out there.
Right.
I ain't trying to expect nobody. But I'm just saying that's the only time that everybody really saw Devin again was on that podcast.
True.
So if you supposed to be this guy and that's your first L, and then you're gonna pop back out on the scene where it's no fans, but it's all pay-per-view, it's closed in, and then Ryan Garcia made comments like, because it wasn't really no fans, you hear all the heckling from everybody else, all the other boxers that's around Shakur and Bud there and all the other greats and everybody making comments about you not throwing your hands and you scary and blah blah blah. And you can actually hear now Ramirez coming towards you and the feet cloud or he getting ready to sit down. You can hear all that now because there ain't no crowd like that.
Right.
So to me, I think we had signs for a whole year that Devin was not going to be ready for this moment.
I'm with you. I'm with you, man. Hey, I don't know. I truly don't know. All that Sugar Shane and this and that, and we got him, and we back, and you're gonna see a whole different version of Devin. Yeah, we saw that. That was the truth.
A downgraded version.
We saw a track star. That's what we saw. We didn't see a boxer.
Somebody, I was listening to a podcast, man, and somebody said you can add as many greats to your team as you want to, but at the end of the day, ain't none of them getting in that ring for you.
No, can't nobody fight but you.
So I don't even know where Devin goes from here. Ryan Garcia, man, I don't even know where you go from here because the plan was you done named all these people. Oh, you're going to, after you win this fight, you don't know if you're going to do the rematch. You're going to try to chase Boots. Boy, you better stay clean away from a boot, a shoe, a sandal,
a slipper,
some sock. You better stay clean away from all of that. Because if Rolly did you like that, Boots will retire you. Because we all know mental health, everybody deal with. I get it. I'm not using that first and foremost. Let me throw that out there. I'm not trying to say people use that as a scapegoat. People handle things the way they handle things.
True.
But if you was having a successful career and you was climbing and you had mental battles and struggles, I don't know how this dude gonna do after you just lost a Rolly. And then what Boots would do to you?
No,
that wouldn't be good for your life. And I'm just this ain't nothing personal. This ain't got nothing to do with boxing. This is just on some serious talk. Because Ryan has a history of battling depression and other mental struggles. And Boots would destroy you inside and out.
Right. It's already showing. So, this controls everything, man. For both of them, they have tapped out. And I'm just wondering, I was thinking while you were speaking, is Ryan gonna do what he normally do? Oh, it's the trainer. Switch. Switch. What? For what? Derek was in it. Listen to the commentary. Everybody go back and listen. Go back and rewatch the fight. Derek telling him everything to do. And he did zero.
None of it.
Zero. So you can't blame it on the trainer. You supposedly did all this training. You can't blame it on the training camp. You have to look within yourself and say, do you still want it? Because, like I said, man, I don't think a lot of these fighters have got to that level and they don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
They don't have the same hunger.
They're comfortable. Man, it's just like Marvin Hagler said, man, it's hard for these dudes to get up and have that same hunger when you land on silk sheets.
I guess so.
When you done made it, when you trying to get out the hood, you was hungry, didn't know
you fighting everybody. You fighting on the street.
You giving it
anywhere.
all. But when you finally make it and you get them couple millions, now you got silk sheets and you got a maid and you got a nutritionist and you got a driver and you got multiple houses and you flexing your diamonds, you got multiple, Cuban links on, you got your Rolexes, you walk around with about 10 million on your person. It ain't you're not gonna have the same mentality as that 18-year-old you that was vying for a world title shot, that was trying to get to where you are now.
But that's what makes the greats.
That's what
makes the greats.
That's what separates everybody.
I know we not, we talking boxing, but think about some of the greats, Kobe,
yep.
Michael.
Yep.
They hated to lose.
Yep. Killer instinct at all times.
Hey, when you're down, I'm still stomping you. I'm stomping you till you can't breathe. These guys, I don't have that killer mentality. And like I said, all the greats lost.
Yep.
They lost, but they came back what? To show.
But that's that Floyd syndrome, man.
But
everybody think you supposed to end with an O, but I'm just like, man.
No, that's the excuse.
Yeah,
I can't. I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off, nephew.
Go ahead.
But no, I ain't even gonna go with that one no more. Cause at least when Floyd was no longer pretty boy, he was money, but money was still throwing him hands. He couldn't do what he used to. He used more defense, but he was still throwing him hands. He let them go, even though they was brittle. You know what I'm saying? They were broke all up, but he was throwing them hands. So he still fought. These guys are not even fighting, bro.
Nope.
So that's the difference. They not doing nothing.
Nope.
So don't give me that old Floyd, had he ended his career with an O, but he still earned it. Yep. They not, come on, man. All these excuses, and you hear this saying, oh, they ain't scared of nobody. Well, that's a lie, because I believe different now, especially with Turkey. Turkey has exposed all that. Like I said, they don't want to fight. They used to have an excuse, but now all these quote unquote fantasy fights that we thought were fantasies that he's putting forth and putting these guys together. Now the true person or the true fighter is being exposed. They being exposed, man. And that's all I got to say about it. It's over for them. All those jokers talking all that crap. Now it's time to put up or shut up. And when it's time to put up and shut up, you see what they doing. They running.
Yep. Speaking of running, let's run on the Saturday, man. So Friday night was Times Square, man, and then Turkey jumped on his PJ and flew all the way out there to Saudi. Man, for the Canelo. We pronounce his name wrong the whole time. It's not Skull, it's School.
Okay.
School. The Cuban who claimed, I guess he live in Germany now, School, because they did the German national anthem for him. So nobody knew that.
No, I told you.
So but before we get to Canelo, man, I want to give a big shout out to my dog Badu Jack for retaining his cruiserweight, man, in a good scrap. That was I don't know if you had a chance to catch that one, man. He was the co-main, man. You had to go back and watch that, man. That was a good scrap, man. First 4 rounds, Badu Jack had been off for a little minute, man. So he took him a little time to really just get adjusted to the speed of actually being in there and not sparring, But once he figured old buddy out, man, it was good to see Badu looking like the young Badu at 41.
He's always been a great fighter, man.
Just technique, man, and footwork, and and just smart, man. You had to go back and watch some of the on how he was landing some smooth shots, even in the clinch and out of the clinch.
Oh wow.
You got to, and that was the difference in the fight. When you go back in here, because one of them had it like 114, and the other two judges had it 115, 113.
Okay.
So he got a majority, but he put on a display that showed that he wasn't slowing down. Now he wasn't himself all the way, because we know how Badu used to be. Now they call him the Reaper for a reason, but Badu showed that he's still a threat. He's still out here, and I believe he could try to squeak in if they can match it up. I know cruiserweight is kind of iffy because it ain't as many out there in the cruiser. Then they either 175 or are they fighting heavyweight. So I don't know what the plan is, but with him fighting, in May, he can easily squeak another one out, man. He left with no injuries to my knowledge. That hasn't been said yet. He ain't had no visible injuries. We know Badu done had some vicious, boy. He done had some vicious injuries that he came back from, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's that heart, man.
So for him, man, it was a good scrap, man. A big time, retaining his WBC cruiserweight belt, man.
Awesome.
And it's crazy that was the fight of the night, because the man that was getting the 80 million, he fought a track star himself, man. But I want to get your take on it before I share my thoughts first, man. Just overall, number one, we always used to seeing Canelo fight Cinco de Mayo, whether it be in Mexico or Vegas, Dallas. It's always a big time show. Of course, this year he was out there in Saudi. But if you saw the video when they went to the live shot, they stopped going to the wide shot. It was pretty empty in there.
Right, because that's all just money, money in the crowd,
man. And the hype, the fight didn't live up to the hype. I put it like that. We'll dive a little deep into that. The fight did not live up to the hype at all. So what was your overall thoughts on that whole Canelo versus School?
It was an exhibition.
Yeah,
and that's what it should have been. It shouldn't have been a title fight. I think they just,
who matched that up? IBF.
Yeah,
the IBF mandatory, right?
Yeah, that school.
Yep, school.
Hey, he should have just said, you know what? Let me sign this paperwork
and step aside,
and here's your belt, because that's basically what he did. I mean, the man did not come to fight once again. Him and Devin Haney
should fight each other.
Yeah, let's see who can run
the fastest
around the ring.
Who
can do the most laps?
Who got the best stamina? Huh?
Yeah.
Who got the best conditioning?
Because that's all he did. We made history twice.
Less than 24 hours.
Twice. Come on. Now, they can say a lot of people get in there and is intimidated by Canelo, but at least they try to a certain degree. This man was like he was a matador and Canelo was a bull. Holy. That's all, man. That was terrible, man.
I think
they gave. He's undisputed though. Congratulations, Canelo.
I'm gonna give this to Turkey. I see what Turkey was trying to do. He want that, the Terence Crawford fight, which we are gonna get September the 12th. He was trying to get a for sure risk-free win and thought he was gonna get some money or it might hit big out there in the process that'll help, promote the fight and lead the fight, man. But I think Turkey swung and missed on this one. Horrible matchup, first and foremost. Should have kept it in the States or had it in Mexico City at the soccer stadium like Canelo when he fought what was that, Ryder? When he fought Mexico City. I can't really say much on the fight, man, because there wasn't no fight. The politics and the economic setup was done wrong.
For sure.
Most people I know didn't pay for the fight.
Well, you got both. You got Friday.
Like I said, most people I know
after Friday, no, they
didn't pay for the fight.
They didn't.
it was just a situation, man, where you try to get Canelo easy win. You try to get him undisputed to set up the fight between him and Crawford, and you pay the guy his biggest payday by 4 times, um, just to get him to donate his belt. When all in all, you could have just paid him step aside money, and you would have saved money on the production. You'd have saved money on your flights, and you'd have saved money on the whole all that good stuff you had to provide in the contract for the fighter. You know, to get his whole camp over there. You know what I'm saying? When you could have just paid this step aside money, and we could have got the Crawford fight in May instead of waiting to September. That
if you got money like that, I guess it's easy to throw it, just to, cast it away or throw it away. Cause that was, but you can't fault Canelo. Heard what he said at the end of the fight.
He said, "I hate fighting. I hate fighting people like this, man." I honestly, did I expect the old boy to be scared of Canelo? Yes, but I at least thought he was gonna get in there and see if he could handle the power first.
Do something.
I didn't think you were gonna look at Canelo and be like, "Nah, I'm good."
Man,
I knew Buddy was scared when Canelo threw a straight right and Buddy jumped in the air backwards. Like he didn't duck, he didn't sidestep, he didn't.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? He didn't try to duck under, he didn't try to block. It was like one of them old hood fights when Lil Ray used to throw at you and you just try to move out the way. Yeah, he did it in the ring. Man. I'm like, there's no way a champion that's holding the belt is in here fight like this.
That's what we've been saying the whole show, man. What is going on with boxing?
Listen, man, there's a whole lot of conditioning. All I know is you already said Devin Haney and William School, y'all need to line it up. The referee need to get his starting pistol. And I need to see both of y'all at the Olympics. Because the display y'all put on, y'all need to be the decathlon, something. Because boxing, y'all owe a lot of people something, man. Like we cannot. And my fear is the precedent has been set on how to get an easy bag.
And that's
my biggest fear, man. And the sport that we love to talk about, love to watch, highly respect fighters that actually get in there and put their body on the line. I can't respect 75% of the stuff I saw on Friday and Saturday.
I can't respect none of it. I'm gonna go 100%. This was not boxing. I'm just gonna say it. This was not boxing. This ain't the amateurs. This ain't your local YMCA boxing. This is professional, top of the top of the and y'all put on a display like that. My question to you, nephew, is what can they possibly say to justify their actions? There is no excuse. There is no reason. In my personal opinion,
we know Bill Haney, his gift of gab. He gonna find a way to,
that snake oil ain't gonna work.
We already knew. Him being with Robert Garcia, what to expect. We knew he was gonna come forward, and we knew we just had to sit there and wait on him, and we would go. We would play our defense and counter and just pick our shots and pick our points. You know how Bill Haney.
But that snake oil ain't gonna work this time.
As for Ryan Garcia, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm waiting on the excuse or something was wrong, or he was dealing with this, or he had an injury. I'm waiting on one of them.
Oh, the excuse is coming.
I'm waiting on one of them. I'm waiting on it to drop so we can all really talk about it. And here we go with the excuse game of why we should get Haney Garcia too. Because even though I'd have been in, that's another thing. Is Turkey gonna allow it even though the contract being signed?
Null and void. No, null and void. I'm sorry. Scratch that. Guys, if y'all want to fight, y'all gonna have to fight somebody else prior to this and show me that you are worthy of this 2-fight deal that I'm offering you. Because it's a lot of loot.
Yep.
It's a lot of money. Come on, man. No. We ain't.
I think it was 30 mil a piece. 30, 40.
We ain't doing that.
40 mil a piece, something like that.
No, we ain't doing that.
Something like that. And then as for William School,
Going back to Germany.
I don't know. I don't know what
Eat some bratwurst.
I don't know what platform you was fighting on before, but that's about to be the rest of your career.
What'd you say? They're gonna be fighting on
But he wasn't even on that. He'll be on YouTube. I don't know
okay.
what platform it is, but he
Oh,
won't be. He won't be on Pro Box TV.
man.
He won't be on none of that.
Man.
Cause hey, at least Pro Box they thumping.
What you said,
At least
but
they thumping on there.
they trying to get to that level, man.
I don't know, man. But let's go on to top rank who saved the weekend for boxing, man.
Wait. Before you go there, let's talk about when Terrence got in the ring.
Okay.
Think about it. Look at how Canelo was looking at Terrence, but look at how Terrence was looking at Canelo.
Like food.
Like this ain't what you want.
Like it's over with.
You had a track meet tonight. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't what you want. And Terrence looked bigger than Canelo, man. He looked in, maybe my eyes, I got them old eyes, but man, he looked bigger, man. He looked bigger.
Nah, he was.
I mean, I'm like, uh-oh.
He was.
Uh-oh.
He was definitely bigger.
Uh-oh.
He was definitely bigger. And from pictures and videos, it's not for those y'all that want to say, oh, well, he ain't in his camp and he ain't in shape. Boy, you better go back and look at some of the recent pictures. My boy already six-packed up. And it's May. So it's definitely,
man, I'm telling you,
it's gonna be a scrap that's gonna shut it down on September the 12th. That's a Friday night, boy.
I guarantee
that's
you
gonna be. And now that since we talk about it and look at the look on their faces, I don't even think Turkey care about Saturday no more because he got that moment.
Oh, Raider Stadium is sold out.
He got that moment of this is the fight, and I was able to make the fight. Now this is what I don't like, that you got Dana White promoting the fight.
Oh well,
it's gonna be the first. It's gonna be the first event for TKO Promotions. Yes.
Well,
and they ain't got nothing to do with Relentless Purpose Podcast, TKO. They ain't got nothing to do with us. TKO Promotions with Dana White and Turkey Al-Sheikh. Dana White is a promoter for Saul, Canelo Alvarez, and Terrence Bud Crawford.
Well, he about ready. Hey, that's going. But that was smart for Turkey to give him that.
Of course.
Because why? That's gonna blow him up. Because
Yep.
I'm telling you, I was there when Mayweather fought Pacquiao. Man, and this one,
bigger venue.
Cam, nephew, it's gonna be ridiculous out there. It's going to be ridiculous. Why? Because it's bigger than what you think. This is gonna really tell who's the pound for pound
Yep.
great.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
I don't care about. I care. Everybody has their own opinion, but this is gonna show, and I can guarantee you, Terrence Crawford knows this is for legacy. This is for all the marbles to put him in that category with Floyd, who retired undefeated.
Yep.
To put him in there with Andre Ward, who retired undefeated, who was the pound for pounds in their specific
Yep.
time frame.
Yep.
Roy Jones would have been that had he not, lost after he lost, beat Ruiz and Steph,
yep.
he would have went as what I'm saying, like that. So this is his chance to erase everything that Canelo has done. I'm telling you, if he beats him, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, this is it. And he knows it. And you can see that in that man's eyes. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, viewers out there, mark my words. Mark my words. Canelo better do all the neck exercises and I hope he don't go get no beef down, from Mexico or whatever.
Yeah.
He gonna need it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Terrence is coming.
Man,
Terrence is coming, and he ain't running.
No,
he ain't running.
Not at all. It's gonna be a scrap. It's gonna be a good scrap. It's gonna be a good scrap, man.
I'm sorry, nephew. I just had to go back to that, man, because
it's gonna be a good scrap. It's gonna definitely be
that gave me hope, because I was depressed and down. But when them two guys got in the ring and I seen them face off, I'm like, oh, I got something to look forward to.
September 12th.
I got something to look forward to.
September 12th.
It's a lot of bouts and fights coming between all that. A lot of good ones. But that one there, that's it.
September 12th. September 12th in Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada. It will be going down. Already named as the fight of the century. The fight of the century. You guys, Saul Canelo Alvarez will be facing off against Terrence Bud Crawford. All the belts will be on the line. All of the belts, even the one that Canelo just got off old boy for cheap the other day. All of them will be on the line, man. And while we mentioning pound for pound greats, another pound for pound, arguably some people got him one, some people got him, as low as three. Uh, you can argue back and forth. You got to throw Usyk in there. You got Buds. You got people want to still say Canelo. You got Inoue. But Inoue fought San Antonian Cardenas. He fought him this past Sunday out there in Vegas, man. I think they said it was the fourth time that the monster had been in America. First time in a good while. I think the last time might have been like COVID or something like that, where there wasn't no fans and Top Rank was doing all them fights and stuff like that. But right after COVID or something like that, man. But what you take from that? What you take from that bout, man? First of all, before you even get started, man, shout out to San Antonio, man. He got it down. He put it down. He did. He wasn't afraid. He brought the thump, man. He stepped forward the whole fight, man. That's one of the first times you ever seen Inoue, fighting off the back foot. He had him backing up, man. So shout out to the effort, man. Even though you didn't come out on top, man, you
great fight.
You made the city proud. You made your family name proud, man. You made boxing proud.
Yes.
On Sunday, man, because y'all that Top Rank co-main and main event saved the weekend
for sure.
Boy, we thought we were gonna be out here sad come Monday. I ain't know what we gonna talk about. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't thought we gonna have nothing to talk about.
No comment. Comment.
I just thought it would be straight bashing all episode, man. But what was your overall thoughts on that fight?
Oh man, that was a great fight. But it exposed Inoue.
That's 2 fights in a row.
Twice.
That's 2 in a row.
That left hook, he's vulnerable. If you can time that left hook, you can get him. That jaw ain't strong. It's not. He can be knocked out. Now, can you take his punches?
Yeah,
because he's coming with multiple. But
he drained Carter.
He was fighting it, man. Oh man, combination, boy.
He took everything. He took his soul from him. But this is what I noticed. If you look, and Tim Badley broke it down before the fight even started. He even said what the punch was gonna be there to put him on his behind. Inoue and Brian Garcia both had the same tendency. When they throw that left, their right do just like this. And both of them get hit with the exact same shot. They put them down.
They throw it wide too, though.
But the only difference Inoue from Ryan Garcia is that lit something in him. I bet.
Spark, okay, bet. You got me. But now I'm gonna get you. Now I got to put you away.
But they ain't do that for Ryan. But Inoue, man,
he's a good man. He's awesome. But no, he ain't the top. He's not the top.
No, not at all.
He's not the top. And like I said, I don't know. It just shows me that he's vulnerable, man. If you got that thunder, I mean, it's gonna take some thunder. I mean, because he done been down and up. But if you can hit him with that thunder, he going to sleep.
Yeah.
He going to sleep. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That jaw is wide open, nephew.
Yeah.
But but them hands are so fast. Them hands are so fast, and them combinations coming, man. I don't know who can get to him. You know what I'm saying? I thought Steph was gonna do something with him when they fought, but
in a way it's tricky, man, because his hands. He reminds me of David Benavidez. His hands get faster as the fight goes on.
He got a good motor. He got a good motor.
It's like he's got that calculation, like Floyd, but he can step on it when he got to step on it.
Yeah.
And he defensive sound. That's the only difference between him and Benavidez. Benavidez gonna eat 4 to give 8.
True.
In a way, after that second round slip up, he is conscious enough to stop mid combination, step back, and then off the step back, that left coming again. And then he different. He not this performance showed me he not number one pound for pound. But still though, they ain't no disrespect, man. Because right now,
no, he's cold.
It's some
he's
top.
cold.
We gonna see because you know you got the Dubois Usyk rematch. You know from that flu gauge and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was a knockdown. Hey, there was no low blow. But so right now, just because Usyk and all the things, I would have to put him one.
Always, they always, heavyweight still
too,
run,
then Bud, and then I had to go in a way, and then and then Canelo 4, something like that, man. I don't want to go through the whole list. Well, you still got you still got B-Ball, you still got Bam, you got
Canelo is the face.
Yes,
he is the face of boxing. Is he the pound for pound greatest? No. But Canelo is solidified as the face of boxing at this standpoint in time. Pound for pound, no, we can argue that all day.
Yeah.
But he's not that. But face, yes, I will give him that.
I think in a way, man, he showed his greatness. He didn't show that he was the greatest. If that makes sense too.
Do you think he'll move up? Let's get
I was gonna ask you that.
No, I'm asking you. Do you think he will move up?
I think eventually he will, but for whatever reason, everybody, because he's I mean, let's think about it, man. It's only so many top level fights you gonna get at 112, 150. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
112, 115, 118. Right. Like eventually you had to move up. Because it ain't but 0.05% of the population that can even be that size.
Right.
And then you got to divide that by 20 to find fighters. Like it ain't that many fighters
that's going to be competitive enough to fight him. So
so he didn't have no choice but to keep going up. And then they talking about the way he racking up the belts. Honestly, after watching what I saw, you need to stay at 22 for a little while. You need to stay where you are for a little while. Now, is there anybody that's that dangerous at 26? I'm not gonna say that, but I would like him to go to 26, and I would love to see a Cool Boy rematch. I would, but I think Cool Boy would walk him in that.
You think he'd get in his time?
I think he would. I think he would, just because. Okay, I've been in there with you. I was competitive for a good 8, and then you just called me lacking. You know what I'm saying? And then there was a fight watching the interview. I didn't know all the struggles he went through to make weight.
Neither.
That boy lost like 9 pounds the day before.
Oh wow, he was. You know
what I'm saying? Right. So and then now you go up to 26 where he's comfortable, and he just showed you Brandon Figueroa is a thumper. Scooter just showed you now that I ain't worried about none of that. Like you got to come see me. You know what I'm saying? He stood like he didn't back up.
Right.
He stood there and he took everything away from him and still whooped him. And I think would it be that type of matchup? No, just because you still gotta respect him because he caught you now the last time y'all fought. But I think it would be a much better and more fluent effort from Cool Boy in that rematch at a higher weight class, somewhere he comfortable, somewhere he ain't got to struggle to make weight, somewhere where he ain't had to fly across the globe by yourself with just you and your team, and y'all got the issue with the hand wraps, this, that, and the third. And you over the solo dolo in the crowd for him. There's a whole lot of factors that went into it. So if he did move up, I would love to see that rematch.
I would too, but would they use he's coming up in weight and
of course
give him a couple. Give him a couple, you know what I'm saying? A couple good fights, to show he still got what he got. And then that's definitely one I want to see.
But the thing about it is though, if you give him a couple to show, he might show you he ain't got it. He just came up here. That's the only thing. I mean, but that's one of the negatives about when he changing these weight classes. That's one of the issues you had to deal with.
But then, he can show his competitiveness, his competitive nature.
For sure.
I don't need none. I'm going straight up to get him. Let's go.
And then, but here's another thing that might entice him. Every time anyway move up, what he moving up for?
A belt. Undisputed.
Cool Boy got 2 of them.
Right. He trying to catch. Yeah.
So
I'm just saying.
Come on.
Yeah.
I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Now I would love to see it.
Because we know ain't nobody down there that can mess with him. So that's why I asked you the question initially. It's time. Come on.
So now the question is, does he top out at 26 or 30?
Man, look here.
Because he ain't but 2 inches taller than the top rope now. So
I don't know how much longer my boy got, Tank.
Tank ain't going 30. He ain't going back down. He ain't going back down.
Well, it's enough jokers in 30 that
yeah, it is.
Ooh-wee.
It is.
But
the question is, by the time he get to 30, they ain't gonna be there no more.
Because they gonna move up.
Right.
So
a lot of them boys young, man. And then a lot of them are already tipping at 35 and getting ready to go 40 anyway.
Well, he come on up to 20. Come on.
26.
Come on up there now.
And then see what it's looking like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now it goes to this issue, right? A lot of people want to see Inouye and Bam Rodriguez. San Antonio's Bam. But Bam fighting at 115?
Yeah.
Yeah, he at 115. So would you like to see that one at a catch weight, or do you think I don't know if Inouye can go down? Or if he can, I say 120 will be the lowest. But anyway, I don't see Inouye fighting for just anything. Like it's got to be
some hardware involved, man. You know what I'm saying? Bam would have to come up.
Yeah.
Bam would have to come up. That's the only way. I don't think Inouye would go down to fight Bam. Bam would have to come up, and it wouldn't be at no catch weight. It would be for a belt.
For a strap.
Yes, sir.
I'm with that. That's a boy. That'd be some interesting matchups.
Hello, but we got the man that'll put the money up.
Yeah.
It's just once they put the money up, who's gonna show up?
Yeah. Yeah, you right about it.
Ain't no more. Well, I wonder if this or that, because he's gonna entice you. That they say everybody can be broke.
Yeah, for sure. The right price. With the right price for anybody.
You know what? Let me start eating some more chicken and protein and put on these extra, pounds and go on and get this 40 million.
He in San Antonio, but he got no chicken and protein. Get some breakfast tacos for them beans and rice. Boy,
hey. Yeah, he can gain that weight now. He could.
I would love to see it, man. But we definitely had an interesting weekend of boxing, man. I'm not even gonna lie, man. It broke my heart. I was excited about, I was like, man, we're gonna have something every day this weekend, starting on a Friday. I was like, man, we're gonna have some good fights, man. I was interested to see the return of Devin Haney. Now I wish I had never watched it. I almost fell asleep. Ryan Garcia, they got him crying in the van after the loss. Saturday, man, Jesus Christ. Like I said, got to see my guy Badu Jack, man. Proud of him on that. School ran. And then Sunday, man, Top Rank had a decent card. The co-main it lived up to the hype. Main event lived up to the hype, man. So I'm interested to see what's next, man. What's next in boxing?
Yeah, what we got? Who we got coming up?
That's a lot of June and July fights, man.
Ain't Usyk is in June or July?
Usyk is June.
Okay.
You got heavyweight undisputed, and then Shakur and them July. I want to say 12th.
That's on the Berlanga card, right?
I want to say July 12th. Bam is fighting around that time. So the summer, there's gonna be some big fights this summer, man. Of course, you got I know Pro Box TV got a card that'll be here in San Antonio, June 7th. Our girl Rio over there from Pure Technique, man, she'll be putting her bantamweight WBA her international title on the line that night. So it's some fights, it's some big fights coming up, man. And speaking of major fights, man, we have a new episode. I know you won't be with me, man. My co-host, man, will be at Stablemate Boxing Gym this Saturday, man. We'll be shooting an episode, talking to the owner, the trainer, a couple fighters, man, that fighting on the card here in town, May 17th, man. He got a couple they put on an amateur card, which I love the way they set this up. They have an amateur card starting at 1 p.m. And then they having a pro card starting at 7, man. Awesome. We'll be doing a little giveaway with the gym, man. Try to get some tickets, man, to some lucky fans out there, man. 2 tickets to get in. Looking forward to that, man. Yeah, man. Just it's some big things happening in the boxing world, man. Big things happening with the Relentless Purpose podcast,
yes,
TKO. Boxing taking off, man. Of course, we got our sponsorships, man. Big shout out to them. They've been showing love, man. Make sure y'all go show them some love, man. Drink DTO, man. Get healthier, man. Live better. We in a time now, man, where it's a lot of dirty things that's being done to food and drinks, and
Right.
we keep ingesting all that stuff, man. And don't self sabotage and cut your time down, man, on this earth, man. So just try to take care of your body. Your body's a temple, man. Put in the right things that you need, man. You wouldn't put the wrong stuff in your car, so don't your body's is your car.
Can't
Put the
trade it
right,
in.
right, man. Put the right stuff in your body, man. But man, another good
Oh
episode,
yeah, for
another
sure.
good episode, man.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be tapping back in soon,
Yes,
man.
sir.
I don't know when the next big card is. We might have to dive into that and have a little discussion by the pound for pound list, man. We can
Oh, for sure,
we
for
can
sure.
we can
We
we can we can both put our
dissect it.
we can both put our top 10, and we can have us a friendly, good old debate, man. Hopefully, I can have my guy, Coach Miller, back in the building with us, man. We have a third chair, man.
All right,
So
sounds
be
great.
be on the lookout for that, man. Of course, as always, y'all see the socials on the bottom. Go follow that X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, man. Go follow that Instagram, and definitely subscribe to the YouTube, man. Like the channel, man.
Hit that
Show it
bell.
right. Show us love, man. We'll show the love right back, man. And we appreciate everybody for tuning in once again, man. And as always, I like to say, be relentless in everything you do and walk in purpose.
Peace.